It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We are going to continue down this path of some of the greatest music that's ever been released, in my opinion. We got Tupac, aka Machiavelli, Hail Mary, featuring the Outlawz. It's a classic. There's so many classics. And again, I haven't listened to Pac in probably over a decade, but he is and always will be my favorite artist ever. And a lot of that is just the period of time when I started listening to him growing up, just the part that he played in my life, the role that his music played was just so important to me. And I feel like we all have an artist like that. And I assume that some of you guys that are stopping into this reaction feel the same way as me. So I'm going to try to get to as much of this shit as I can. Let's get into this one. Let's check this one out.
This is your home now. And the sooner you get that in your head, the better off you're going to be.
Man, I don't need to be up in here behind these bars. I can't do nothing behind these bars.
Of course you do. You're a criminal. Everybody in here is a criminal. I'm a criminal, and you're a criminal.
Let me tell you something. I was set up, OG. Killed my best friend.
Don't trip on it, kid. Revenge has a funny, funny way of settling the score. And when it happens, you will know.
Machiavellian is Illuminati, all through your body.
The blows like a 12-gauge shot.
Feel me? And God said he should send his one begotten son to lead the wild into the ways of the man. Follow me. Eat my flesh of my flesh.
The most iconic voice in rap, or in my opinion, in music in general, ever.
Come with me, Hail Mary, run quick, ski. What do we have here now? Gonna ride or die. La 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 la. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Picture paragraphs unloaded, wise words being quoted. Beat the weakness in the rap game and sold it. Bow down, pray to God, hoping that he's listening. Seeing niggas coming for me, my diamonds when they glisten. Now pay attention, rest in peace, Father. I'm a ghost, in these killing fields. Hail Mary, catch me if I go. Let's go deep inside the solitary mind of a madman. Screams in the dark, evil lurks, enemies see me flee. Activate my hate, let it break till I'm flaming. Set trip, empty out my clip, never stop to aim. Some say the game is all corrupted, fucked in this shit. Stuck, niggas is lucky if we bust out this shit. And plus, mama told me never stop until I bust a nut. Fuck the world and they can't adjust. It's just this real Hail Mary.
I remember being young and being like, yo, that's a wild thing for your mom to tell you. That shit's crazy. One thing that I always enjoyed about Pac's music was you can tell that he really was what he said he was, as far as like just someone who just pumped out music, right? Like, because there's times where you'll hear him do dubs, which are like, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. It's basically like if you rap the verse and then he'll re-say certain lines to kind of add some emphasis behind it. You don't really hear that a lot in music. And if you do, it's so subtle that it's hard to point out. Like when I do dubs on my songs, I will turn those dubs down to the point where you can't really even tell that they're there, but they kind of boost that line just a little bit harder. Like it hits a little bit more. So you know that they're there, I guess, in a way, but it's not obvious. Whereas with his, there was times where it was like almost toward the same level of his main vocal, and it was much more obvious. And sometimes it wasn't even completely on in the same way as his main vocal, but that was almost like, it was almost like the beauty of his music. Like, let me go back really quick and we'll point one of these out.
Attention, rest in peace, Father. I'm a ghost.
Like, I'm a ghost. Like, part of it does seem like there was a background ad lib as well going on, but he was trying to say I'm a ghost at the same time as the other line to boost that bar up, but it wasn't even completely on. And for him, it was just like, listen, got in, recorded it, I'm done, on to the next track. Like, I loved that mentality that he had. And the fact that it wasn't perfect, it just, again, it kind of adds to the beauty of the music. And it's just, and to the legacy.
My diamonds when they glisten. Now pay attention, rest in peace, Father. I'm a ghost. These killing fields, Hail Mary, catch me if I go. Let's go deep.
Like the Hail Mary part came on perfectly. But you'll notice that there's other lines where it kind of like it dances around where the main vocal was almost.
Peace, Father, I'm a ghost. These killing fields, Hail Mary, catch me if I go. Let's go deep inside the solitary mind of a madman. Screams in the dark, evil lurks, enemies see me flee. Activate my hate, let it break till I'm flaming. Set trip, empty out my clip, never stop to aim. Some say the game is all corrupted, fucked in this shit. Stuck, niggas is lucky if we bust out this shit. And plus, mama told me never stop until I bust a nut. Fuck the world if they can't adjust. It's just as well, Hail Mary, come with me. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you wanna ride or die? La da 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 da. Come with me. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see.
You know what's crazy is I don't think I've ever seen the music video for this before.
What do we have here now? Do you wanna ride or die? La da 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 da. Penitentiaries is packed with promise makers. Never realized the precious time the bitch niggas is wasting. Institutionalized, I live my life a product made to crumble. Much too hardened for a smile, way too crazy to be humble. We ballin', catch me, Father, please, cause I'm falling. In the liquor store, that's the Hennessy I hear calling. Can I get some more? Hell till I reach hell, I ain't scared. Mama checking in my bedroom, I ain't there.
There's also little things that he'd say. See, back then when I was younger, I feel like I took a lot of stuff for face value. Because I was still young, inexperienced in life. I didn't have a grasp on everything. But now I hear some of these lyrics, which is the cool part about listening to it all these years later and doing these reactions. And the lyrics they have more meaning to me. And I look at them differently and try to decipher them differently because now I'm older. I have more understanding about things. And like, it's different.
Come with me. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see. What do we have here now? You wanna ride or die? La da 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 da. Penitentiaries is packed with promise makers.
Like that bar, penitentiaries is packed with promise makers. First of all, the P play is dope. The alliteration is what I believe you'd call it. I know what things are, but I don't always know the proper term to actually speak on it. But it makes you like I think more about that now, whereas in the past it just sounded dope. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But now I think about it more so like, and I could be wrong on the take on this, to be honest with you, but it seems almost like he's saying there's a lot of people in there that promise that they're going to do certain things or promise that when they get out, things are going to be different, so on and so forth. But it doesn't always turn out that way. It's like you get in there and you suddenly become a promise maker. Like, oh, I promise when I get out, I'm going to do this. I promise I promise this person that, this, that, and the third. But at least that's the way that I take it. I could be wrong. He might mean something else by that, to be honest. Let me know down below what you guys think.
Never realized the precious time the bitch niggas is wasting. Institutionalized, I live my life a product made to crumble. Much too hardened for a smile, way too crazy to be humble. We ballin', catch me, Father, please, cause I'm falling. In the liquor store, that's the Hennessy I hear calling. Can I get some more? Hell till I reach hell, I ain't scared. Mama checking in my bedroom, I ain't there. I got a head with no screws in it. What can I do? One life to live, but I got nothing to lose. Just me and you on a one-way trip to prison. Selling drugs, we all wrapped up in this living. Like the studs to my homeboys and Click Max, doing they bid. Raise hell to this real shit and feel this. When they turn out the lights, I'll be there in the dark, looking eternal through my heart. Now, Hail Mary, nigga, come with me.
See, it's crazy because I feel like there's a lot of dudes from the street that love Pac's music, and there's certain things he says like that some people don't seem to grasp. Like all this, like everybody's caught up with living this certain lifestyle.
With no screws in it. What can I do? One life to live, but I got nothing to lose. Just me and you on a one-way trip to prison. Selling drugs, we all wrapped up in this living like the studs.
Like a lot of people get wrapped up in that lifestyle, and you just don't really think about what the potential consequences are. Or you don't care, which is crazy. Like, yeah, well, F it, if I go to jail for life for this, it is what it is, but this is what I'm going to do. And it's like, I mean, it's like he said, you got nothing to lose. And a lot of people are in a position where that's how they feel, but it's wild. Like you get so wrapped up in that lifestyle that you don't realize that there's a whole other world out there that it doesn't require you to be that person. And you can get by and live and enjoy life and not put yourself at risk and not be on a one-way trip to prison, like he says. And, you know, people just kind of forget that. And then going back to the promise makers in jail, he says in the very next line, something about bitch niggas wasting their time. And I think if I were to put those two lines together, it makes me think that a lot of people promise that they're going to change when they get out. They promise these different things. And it could be saying that like they waste the time that they have here in prison because you could be changing now. You could be putting all of this effort in now. Like you can go to the library, you can learn stuff. Because you can get your own degree in prison. Like you can go through certain things instead of sitting there wasting your time promising that things are going to be different when you get out. And in reality, that doesn't end up usually being the case.
One quick see, what do we have here now? Do you want to ride or die? La da 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 da. come with me. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you wanna ride or die? La 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 la.
They got an APB out on my thug family. Since Outlawz run these streets like these scandalous freaks. Our enemies dying now, walking around half dead, head down. K blasted off a hand and see a tie. Tronic mixed it, now I'm twisted, blistered and high. Visions of me, thug living, getting me by, forever live. And I multiply, survive by thugs. When I die, they won't cry unless they coming with slugs.
Peep the whole scene and whatever's going on around me. Brain kinda cloudy, smoked out, feeling rowdy, ready to wet the party up. And whoever in that motherfucker, nasty new street slugger, my heat seek suckers on the regular, mashing in a stolen black act. Integra, cock back, 60 seconds to the draw. That's when I'm dead in your feet first. You got a nice gap, but my heat's worse. From a thug to preaching church, I gave you love, now you eating dirt and eating work. And I ain't the nigga to put you on, cause word is born. When I was broke, I had to hustle till dawn. That's when the sun came up. It's only one way up. Hold your head, stay up. To all my niggas, get your pay and wait up.
If it's on, then it's on. We break beat breaks, Outlawz on the paper chase. Can you relate to the shit I don't got? Be the shit I gotta take. Dealing with fate, hoping God don't close the gate. If it's on, then it's on. We break beat breaks, Outlawz on the paper chase. Can you relate to the shit I don't got? Be the shit I gotta take. Dealing with fate, hoping God don't close the gate.
Come with me.
And when you listen to the people that are on the song with him, it's kind of the same, where like the overdubs they're not perfectly on, and it makes you feel like you don't get a chance to keep redoing them, right? Like if you do it once and you're like, oh, no, let me run it back again. I don't feel like Pac was with that. It was like, listen, you get in, you get your verse done, you get the extra shit done, and we move on to the next song. If the shit ain't perfect, it is what it is. Like that's kind of the mentality, because there's so many stories that you've heard of, like Pac will be like, all right, here's a beat, we're gonna get on it. You and you can get on it with me. Let's start writing our verses. He'll write his verse, go in and record, write his next verse, go in and record. And at that point, if neither person is done with their verse, he'll write another verse, go in and record, and be like, all right, we'll scrap those, we're on to the next song. Like that's the way that man worked. So when you hear people from the Outlawz or anything like on his songs, like I would assume, aside from maybe someone like a Snoop or something like that, where it was a little bit different, but as far as otherwise, when he's in the studio with people, it seemed like if you're on his song, it's because you got your verse done in time. If you didn't, then you would have just got another Pac verse, and you guys would have had to wait till the next song, because he's not going to sit here and wait. He's like, yo, I got, like, it's crazy that he lived his life in a way like he knew he was going to die at a young age. So he just constantly was just, let's just get it done. Let's get it done. On to the next one, almost like he was rushing through things in life. And it's just crazy when you look back. Like that man was such an enigma. Like, you know what I'm saying? Such a different individual. But yeah, we just got the hook to roll it out.
Shame, huh?
Like a bullet, Hail Mary.
Damn shame, huh?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce your name?
Mac.
Boy, must have had a good life, I hope.
Must have had a good life, I hope, right? Shit. I hope so too. You know, in the time that he was here, it's wild to think 25 years, bro, that's young. It's so young. But he did so much and lived so much in those 25 years that probably more so than some people will live in their entire lives. So it's interesting. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought. We're going to continue to dive through these. Obviously, I'm not going to always be right with every take I have on every lyric that I talk about, but I'm just going to give you my opinion all these years later, listening back on music that I listened to when I was growing up that I haven't heard in years and years and years. And I think it's going to be fun. So if you're new here, smash that like button, hit that subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. I will catch you in the next one, homies.